Just the settings turned off automatically for no reason. All right. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. I'm here in my studio with the 6 screens. I use these 6 screens to bring you into the market. We're going to get down in this space. I'm going to turn around and I'm going to be doing my thing. So, if you want to come on into this zone with me and spend some time with the Crypto Lifer, let's jump on into the charts. Let's break it down. Also going to talk about some things that happened today in my life. You know, Saturday night's a little more intimate show. It's the show where I really want to break it down and, you know, kind of bring you guys into my world. Saturday night, right? We went through the tough work week, right? I wore the suits and ties. We went through it all. We dug through, we shorted, we did everything we did. Now we're back. And, you know, it's like Saturday night. So welcome to the Crypto Lifer Saturday Night Show. And let's jump on into the charts and let's have some fun. I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting me and coming on into the live stream. Of course, I'm starting with the lemon water in the Crypto Lifer glass jar. Bang, bang, bang. It gets hot in here, I'm telling you what. Let's jump on into it, baby. Let's jump on into it. People still buying that crypto. It's flying in. We're getting some buys for Shiba Inu, some UMA, a little bit of Avalanche there, some Mana coming on in there, a little bit of Graph taking a little bit, or no, GRT, yeah. Some Shiba Inu, a big Bitcoin buy flying in there, a little bit of 1 inch. Okay, a little bit of Algo. Okay, they're tossing in that Mana. Mana's flying. You know, it looks like Mana might be pumping tonight. Bitcoin pumping a little bit too. Some sand flying in. A little bit of Matic getting thrown from right field here. Okay. Some Solana flying into the game. A little pounding. Okay, some big Solana buys right there. And Bitcoin just continuously pumping into the market. Let's take a look at the market for Bitcoin. 42,333. Of course, on the 33, you know, it would only be so fitting. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, calling yourself Crypto Lifers. Let me also pop out that chat and get it going. 87 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me, and welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. So, I was looking at this trade today. Axie 3L went up a little bit. Could it go up more after it bounced here? Shoulder, head into shoulder. Has to retrace here. 15-minute wants to come on down. We're getting a flip on the 1 hour, though, showing some signs of life that we may get a bounce here. It did hold this level. So I'm looking at Axie 3L. This is a 3x leverage trade on Axie Infinity on KuCoin. This is the just trade I'm looking at, just bringing you into my world. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do and say here should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor and do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. Okay, moving forward, let's take a look at the elephant in the room. Mr. Bitcoin. I'm also looking at MTV here. It's just on my thoughts. A little bit of a radar here. If it can hold this level, hitting that 200-day moving average, getting a little bit of a flip on the 1 hour, but not enough movement. However, if we take a look at that 4 hour, the 4 hour wants to do some damage for us. Can it get a flip? It's all about this level right here. It's kind of battling, this resistance here on the 4 hour. If we get above 1 penny, really, even, this thing could use it as support, and we could get a bounce back up to this level here at 1.3. It'll be a nice 45% gains for MTV. 4 hours says it wants to happen. MACD wants to push on up. Falling volume with falling prices. We should get a reversal. But again, it all depends on Mr. Bitcoin. Let's take a look at Bitcoin in the game. And if you stay tuned long enough, I'm giving you my top 3 coins, my top 3 alts that are, I'm not going to say they're decoupling, but they're, they basically are keepers, I believe, for the long haul. And if they're not near a bottom, I believe they're going to continue to gain some value. And just some of my ideas for whether, no matter what happens, I think there are 3 coins that are just worth taking a look at, doing some research and finding out for yourself if you want to jump on in. So Bitcoin was doing well. We were getting a push up here on the 4 hour, starting to make a move. It was beautiful. But again, we got a little bit of a tweezer top action. I'm going to take a look at Bitcoin here on the USDP pair here on Coinbase. So let me just teach you. A lot of people are new, some people aren't. First thing that you do when you want to look at a coin or a trade is you want to look at the daily time frame. And you want to check out what you see on the daily, all right? And you want to make your bigger support and resistance lines. Alt H is going to do it for you. And so you can clearly see, like, we may have wicked a little bit, but this is going to be a clear line of support at 30K, right? You can see we bounce here at 34,000, right? Took a bounce. You can bring it up to candles closing too at 35K and a little bit of a wick action. You can see there was a lot of resistance here at 40,000 and 42,000, 41,800. You can even bring it up to there. This, you know, resistance. We bounce right here. We kind of had some issues here. We got above it. We're now using it as possible support. This is a zone area. Sometimes it is, a lot of times it is a zone. What I mean by that is, you know, you can't level it as an exact pinpoint area, but it's like, it's basically a zone. So like I draw it as such. And you'll see a lot of traders do this. Like this is a support zone because it is a zone. Like, you know, the wicks through and in and out. So right now, Bitcoin's holding the support zone, right? If we really want to get funky with it, right, and crazy with it, let's go back to my theory. I have a theory, right? My one theory is the 1 hour oscillates beautifully, but every once in a while it stops in the middle and goes up, right? Now, what I did is I pinpointed these areas with, I pinpointed these areas with a blue line and a blue line, see? And then I just would go back to the 15-minute and look at these blue lines, and I would see that whenever that blue line was there, we were really low on the RSI on the 15-minute. So the point of the story is the younger time frame can create this flip up in the time frame in front of it, okay? And we can get a big move. Now that's some scientific crap, you know, ridiculousness that took me like probably years of playing with this and then a few years of back testing to really put it together, but it's some key insight that I'm dropping on you right now. You might not even grasp that. If you're a beginner trader, that will probably go over your head. Even if you're an advanced trader, that might go over your head. But if you've been spending a lot of time with me, or if you've been really grinding on the stochastics RSI, then that will fit right into a puzzle piece in your brain. And I think you'll know exactly what I'm saying. If not, you'll begin to get curious and you'll probably begin to teach this to yourself. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. The point of this show is I could pass away at any day. Anything could happen to the Crypto Life Rep. You know, God forbid, I don't think it will, but anything could happen. And what I want to say is, and I shouldn't say that. My wife asked me not to say that, so I won't say that anymore. But the point of the story is, who knows what could happen? I have a chance to teach you something today at this moment, and I want to really take that opportunity because you never know, okay? So some people say, like, well, if you had a trading gift or a trading secret, why wouldn't you just cash in? Why would you share it with everybody? Number one, nobody's going to be right every time, so you're not guaranteed to cash in anyway, no matter how good your system is. If your emotions aren't into it, I don't care how good a system is. You will ruin it with your emotions. So what I want to really bring to the table is the whole lifestyle, the idea, how to stay calm in the market maker's face, right? How not to panic sell your bags just because you're feeling emotional. How to look at the charts objectively and let you really see the statistics and the probability of why you're having fear or greed or what's happening. And so you can balance how you feel about the market instead of just doing irrational decisions because of how your body is creating fear or greed. You know, that's kind of the point of all of technical analysis. You know, I know I struggled without it, so I feel that by teaching it, other people will be released of all the pain that I felt. So, you know, that's kind of what it is. Yo, what up, Verlin Brumley, my man? Shout out to you. Listen to your wife. She will be rich. So look, Bitcoin, 42,369, pointing to the upside on the 1 hour. We're getting a bit of a flip. It did a nice bounce here at 41,800. It's holding the line. It's holding the level. Also, if you see this kind of cup here that's forming, okay? All right. Number one, I know this is insane, but it's what I call a drunken inverted head and shoulder, right? It's hard to see, but you can see that, okay? I just saw that right now. All right, just no lie, I'm not gonna lie. Just saw that right now. Hadn't seen it before, but it just comes out. A lot of stuff happens when I'm channeling on the live stream. Because people are watching, there's a lot of vibration, there's a lot of energy. That creates a key insight into the market. It's you and me together that creates this frequency. It can't be done by myself, and it gets amplified with each and every lifer that jumps on into the live stream, hits the like button, hits the subscribe button, and feels the motivation, baby. Are you feeling it? Don't play with me, man. Let's do this. So let's keep it moving. 42,000. I bet you didn't know I was coming that hard, but I am, baby. Every single day, every single time. And if you're ready to rock and roll with me, hit that like button, subscribe, and jump on into the Crypto Lifer Show. Woo! 42,365. I hope your earphones aren't too loud, baby. I hope your earphones aren't too loud, but I'm ready to rock this show, baby. Okay, so let's move back. Let's move back. Let's move back. Let's move back. Now, this could be the right shoulder of a bigger pattern at play. Right now, there's a 68% chance that we break out of this falling wedge and move to the upside. We're trying to make this cup. However, I will tell you, we are at resistance right now. It is crucial we break above this level on the 1 hour time frame. If the 1 hour gets up here and oscillates on the stochastics RSI and we don't get above 42,452, we're probably going to be in for some downside, okay? If we do get above it, let's hope we can get above both, but if not, let's hope we come for the resistance there or in the bounce off that retest of support or up here in the bounce, okay? So we're looking for this idea here to be created. If it doesn't get created, we're looking for that idea. And this is where we figure out when we short or long, and the 1 hour is going to be our saving grace, and it's going to really explain it. Now, the 4 hour is strong, and the 4 hour wants to push to the upside. Now, remember when I just talked about, I went back and I said, remember how the 15-minute flips the 1 hour? Because the 1 hour wants to come down, but the 15-minute is already ready to push up low, and so the 1 hour then just doesn't. So normally the 1 hour is going all the way up and down, you feel me? All the way up and down, but then it comes up, does the oscillation, and as it comes on down, the other one flips on up. And what it does is it doesn't so when the 15-minute gets super low and flips up, so the 15-minute gets super low, flips up. So normally they're together, somewhat, or they're the 15-minute's oscillating in between the 1 hour, right? You get it? And then right here, and then comes up, so the 15-minute gets low when the 1 hour is halfway or even a fourth, and then they flip up together. That could be happening right now with the 4 hour in the daily time frame. See, the daily's doing this, it's in the flip side. And this is flip mode. And what if it flips? Okay. Why would it flip? Well, we're touching the moving average here, and that tends to be a bounce area, and a bounce area right there for the RSI. You can see we bounce there. We came a little bit, but then we get above it. We kind of bounce there. We bounce. Even to the upside here. Let's see the last upside. Look at this. We came up. We bounced. See how the RSI bounces? Let me show you what I mean. I've never shown this on the live, so this is another new thing that I'm bringing up. But look how the RSI likes to bounce off the average, okay? That's why it's nice to just have the RSI average in the middle. Just started using it recently because the guy put it up there, started using it. Now I see there's some things we can use. Look how it got rejected. So we could use it as an idea to short the market. We could also use it as an idea to long the market as we see the RSI getting close to the average. Look at this. Ooh. Could we get a bit of a flip to the upside? That's the special sauce. That's the spice you just won't get on the other channels from these other YouTubers. And again, I love them all and I love you too. Let's just talk about what we need to talk about and let's keep it moving. Let's stay positive at all times. So, but there's gems here to be seen on this program every single day, every single night. Can I get a hello, baby? Can I get a hello? So, this could be the right shoulder forming here of this giant shoulder, head and shoulder. Let's make that pattern. Let's get jiggy with it for a second. Let's talk about it. That 4 hour being low, it's only a matter of time. Eventually, the 4 hour is going to roar. When it does, it's going to have a nice pump. 4 hours is a pretty strong move. This is a head. Definitely a head. This is a right? It's a head and shoulder pattern. By golly gee, oh my. And the right shoulder could be a little higher, which would be nice on the apex. But again, as long as we don't go lower than 40,770, we're good to go. So that's it for me. We break 40,770. They break my structure. We could maybe even go this lower and get one more. I mean, we could go to here and still get the inverted head and shoulder. Okay. I'd be less inclined to believe it was happening, but it could happen. Why I don't want to see us do this is because a lot of times on my hypotheses, we're going to come and bounce off the 21-day moving average here. And I want the 21 to come and cross that 50-day moving average. Okay. Zoom in here and show you. And let me just get rid of all this because I know it gets messy. But remember, go back in time and show you. I talked about the two levels to watch right here. Crucial levels that you need to be paying attention to. We don't break up, we can't break above this level here at 42,400. Expect more downside. What time frame you want to watch? The 1 hour. That's going to give you the temporal movements to track the bigger time frames. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, put a 1 in the comment section. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, put a 1 in the comment section below, please. If you're a true lifer of life and you love your life, you love everyone out here, put a 333 in the comment section. Let me see those 333s, baby. Put your lighters up. Put your lighters up. Let me see the 333s in the comment section, please. If you love your life and you love being a lifer and you love helping others and it feels good when you're there for somebody else, put a 333 in the comment section. Let me know how you feel, baby. Let me know how you feel. If you want the world to be free, if you love yourself, if you love everyone else, if you're not afraid to use the word love. I love you all. I'm not afraid of using the word love. Love is the strongest frequency there is. If you live in love, you cannot be denied freedom. If you live in love, you cannot be denied freedom. I love you all. Shout out to all my lovers of life. Shout out to all my 333 peoples out there. Shout out to Farmer D. Shout out to Bill McDonough. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Earl Devil. Shout out to Quinn Lee. Shout out to Finbook. Ace PR. Ray Gutkowski. Shout out to David Kendall. Shout out to my Joseph Lebansky. Shout out to Jeffrey Clash, Mustafa, Bam Franklin, Cup and Handle. Also, possibly, yeah, it is. Shout out to CNC Ireland. Shout out to Maddie Phillips. Shout out to Bobby Wifter in the house. My man, my kid. Love you, brother. Fishing Kid 333, my dude. Wayne Mustafa, Anthony Ruanto, Tiesto, Chrissy Fouts in the house. Bang, bang, bang. Crypto Knot, my dude. Shout out to Kay Schumann, Eric Bromley, Tree City West, and all my awesome lifers in the game. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and kicking it with me on a Saturday night. I love you all. I got an amazing story to tell you. What happened to me today was just absurd. I can't even say absurd. It was just, I'm going to talk about it though. If you stick it with me through all this, we're going to break it down. So can we make an inverted head and shoulder on Bitcoin? Can Bitcoin stay above this level at 41,800 and not go below? If it does, we're going to see some more downside. 200-day moving average could catch the price nicely. 68% chance this falling wedge breaks to the upside. 4-hour wants to push up. Can the 4-hour flip the daily? It's happened. I've seen it before. Let's go find it. Let's go see if it's happened. Right there, look, the daily's coming down. But right here, look, the daily doesn't make it all the way down. So what we want to do there is we want to put a 4. I'm giving you gems here. I shouldn't even teach people this. This is like a secret. Like, I really shouldn't teach people this. Like, it's like people in my team get upset with me sometimes. Like, yo, man, you give too much away, man. They're like, you got to stop. Like, they're like, please, bro. They're like, stop giving so much away. And I'm like, yo, but I love the people, man. And they're like, yo, man, some things you gotta like keep to yourself, my dude. Look, so what happened there? Let's go back in time. That's what we want to happen here. What happened there? Let's go back in time and see. And the time was April 17th, right? So we go to the 4-hour and we go find that time. We go back to April. And this is how you got to do your due diligence, okay? And lo and behold, look, the low 4-hour, which would have flipped the daily, okay? Right here. That's center stage, baby, on April 11th, right? And then even right here, look, April 16th and April 17th. I think that's the meat and potatoes there of the move. Okay? So we go back to the daily again. And you can see that was April right there. Yeah, April 9th, 10th, and 11th. And the daily was flipped by that 4-hour. By the 4-hour time frame being low. So I just proved my point. It has occurred before. And it may occur again. I also see that we have an inverted head and shoulder pumping to the upside. I'm just showing you the TA. I'm not showing you I'm a moon boy. Everyone was like, oh, he's such a moon boy. He's trying to paint it the way he wants. At the same time, I mean, it is what it is, right? So that's one scenario. All right? That's one scenario for Bitcoin. Breaking it down. Breaking it down like smooth butter salt, baby. Luke, 2128, baby. Thank you so much for coming on in. Sharing is caring, baby. It's how you change the world. It's not true. You shouldn't keep it to yourself. Day after my birthday. Don't forget to hit the like button. Enrolled in BC this Tuesday. Look forward to learning from you. Thank you so much for coming on to the beginner's course, Luke. 2128. Shout out to you for doing that. Much respect to you and yours. Okay? So levels to watch for Bitcoin. We got them layered out. And if we can stay above this 42,000 area, we can get to 51K. If not, we highly likely come back to 33. So levels to watch for Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell here. All right. Now, I always like to be in what I also didn't show and talk about. Sammy Cupheady, Sammy Cupheady, the guy walked into the office. First time I ever saw him. He comes in with a pocket square on. He acted like he was freaking owned the place, put his feet on the couch. I said, hey, Sammy, you do that again, I'm going to kick you out of the office. You know what I'm saying? I said, hey, who do you think you are? He said, who do you think I am? He said, I'm Sammy Cupheady. He said, you don't know who I am? He said, I make money with a cup and handle. I said, cup and handy. I said, that's kind of catchy. I think we could do something with that. And next thing you know, the relationship was started. And me and Sammy Cup and Handy, it's been years now. And the guy, he's just amazing. Have you seen his golf swing? Unbelievable. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Calling yourself Crypto Lifers, jumping on into the live stream and being a part of the live stream. When you jump on into that comment section and you get it juicy and you get it going, you know who you are. But when you get it juicy and you get it going, you know who you are. Let me say it again. I didn't start the fire, but it was always burning like the world was turning. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, easy. So look at that. 21-day moving average as we preach. So it does say we can get to that 40K 39 area and we'd still be all right. But we shall see. Another thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about it. Is this what's happened in the megaphone? Bullish megaphone here? Look at this. Okay. And then we come bounce. All right. Now, I don't like this pattern. It's not my favorite. And it's not beautiful. But you know what it does, huh? You know what this pattern does? Is it overlaps the cup and handy and completes the mission. You get it? In this wacky science of life here called crypto, life is technical analysis. So the measured move would be that length of that pole, Elliott wave, theory wave, one-way, two-wave tree. However, I don't really condone Elliott wave theory. That would bring us back to resistance at $51,197. Can this occur? It could very well. A few times. Who do I sound like? I feel like I sound like Jordan out of nowhere. Guys, you gotta hodl. So, he might be on right now, actually. We might be battling. But anyway, stream battling. Look at this, low stochastics coming down on the daily time frame, or do we get the flip from the 4-hour? And we'll be watching for these two occurrences here. Also, the bounce off of the RSI. Strong signal that we could get a move. We got one right there. We got one right around there. We got one right around there. You know, it does tend to bounce. Right there is the perfect one right there, right? Doom. And can we get the boom? Shakalaka. It's actually at the same place. Look at this. If I put a line here, we bounce right there. That's where we could bounce. A little low. We're a little bit low already, right? But it's a range. Whenever you want to look at something close, just do a nice zoom in. So there we are. Okay. You don't want to see the blue line cross below, right? That's bearish. You want to see it cross above. So you want to get the cross. When that blue line crosses, look, you're gone. When that blue line cross right there, you're gone. When we crossed right there, we were gone, kid. We were gone. So when the blue line, okay, kids? Listen, boys and girls, on the RSI, when the blue line crosses the yellow line, it's a good sign. When the blue line bounces off the yellow line, it's a good sign. These are things you want to be doing, okay, over here. These are things you want to be doing. If you're not doing them, if you're not doing these things, you're not playing the game, You're trying to get your money taken by the market maker over there, Not financial advice, but the market maker, he's trying to take your money. That's what he's trying to do, He's trying to make you confused. He's trying to make you think that, everything's a joke and life's a freaking game, But I'll tell you what, it ain't a game, and it ain't funny. And if you want to play the cards right, then you better know your technical analysis, huh? Respect the TA, baby, or you might get fed to the sharks. It is what it is. Do you want to have the concrete on your ankles all the way down to the end of the East River? Or do you want to be flying high in a weather balloon, freaking doing your thing? Hey, it's up to you. You could get the market maker taking you down all the way, or you could freaking play it the right way and do your TA. Hey, hey. It's Saturday night with the Crypto Lifer. We do voices, we do funny things. We entertain you with the technical analysis. Look, this broke out. Bang, bang, bang. Everyone was sweating, freaking out. We got the double bottom there with the higher low. We got the higher low there. I don't know why everyone's sweating. We're kind of right here at this point. Right here in this point. The daily was high on the stochastics. We were moving up here on the RSI. Even the MACD was turning similar in the zone. Look, it was turning pink and going up. So we're seeing some funny things here. So what it comes down to is it comes down to the 4 hour. Can the 4 hour do what it needs to do and get the job done over here? Do we got to hire somebody else 4 hour? Or are you going to do what you're supposed to do? You know, over here. Kind of a bit of a shoulder, head and a shoulder forming there. I mean, you can't negate that. You know, one would say, though, one could almost say that it formed here. Actually, let me show you a little something. This is interesting. I mean, shoulder, head and shoulder. Across the neckline. However, we seem to be getting some buy pressure here on this. Look, resistance, 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 support, support, support. You can see how big this 41,800 area is. All right. So can the 1 hour pick up the pieces and bang, bang, bang? So really, if you want to know what's going to happen to Bitcoin, it's all eyes on this 1 hour falling wedge. That's it. Bitcoin could break out of it and do some numbers. We could see some movement. Also, look at this. The 1 hour is sloping down in general here on the price action. When it's sloping up on the RSI, that's bullish divergence. Tells you that the trend should bounce. We should have bottomed there on this bullish divergence. Stochastics RSI are there for us too on this idea. All right, learn your divergences. It'll change the way you trade. You will never be a puppet again. You will see the market like an algorithm trained by a market maker, and you'll be able to do the right things at the right time based on the divergences. But you gotta put in the work, and it's not gonna come for free. You gotta put in the work. You gotta spend time. You're gonna have to put time in the market. Nothing can beat time in the market. So this is what we're looking at here for the falling wedge for Bitcoin. Okay. All right. You get me now? You get me now over here, man? Okay. So this thing needs to be a cup and handle, and we got to get the breakout. That's really what it has to be. All right. So we shall see. Time will tell. This level breaks, we'll look at it more downside. We're going to be looking down here at 39K. So that's basically the four, you know, that's, to me, that's the 4 hour in a bit of a nutshell. Like, these are your ranges. A little bit of support in the middle. So either Bitcoin does or it doesn't. It's time to wake up or shake up, baby. Bitcoin. Heavy resistance here at 45,700. Measured move is 50K. So 21-day moving average. We just got a golden cross here on the 4 hour. Last two times we had that right there. Massive move for Bitcoin. Okay. Right here. Massive move for Bitcoin. First time, right? First time it's an idea. Second time it's a coincidence. Third time it's a pattern, right? I mean, like, fourth time. And so there it is again right here, where the price action would finally break above the 200-day moving average, which is the yellow line. And boom, we would never look back, okay? Never look back. Happened again after the pandemic right here. And we would rally from, you know, $6,000 all the way up into like 12,000. 50K to 100K, anybody? 42K to 80K, anybody? Look how fast Bitcoin could double. Everyone forgets that. It doubled from April 24th to August Look at that. From May to August, basically. May, June, July, and this thing had doubled up. All right. In the matter of 3 months. Bitcoin at 80K in May and March. It could happen. Bitcoin could be at 10K. I don't want everyone to think, oh, he's just blowing, he's a moon boy. I'm just showing you TA. Price got above the 200 right there. We pumped, did it not? Price get above the 200 there. Did we not? That's 2 for 2. All right. I can back up the nonsense. All right. I can back up the nonsense on a Saturday night. Saturday Night Fever, everybody. Studio 54. So look, there's the cross bang. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And that's your 5th time. I mean, show me the love, baby. Show me the love. Look at that 3-day chart still moving to the upside. However, the 3-day did get a little high. We got it. Ooh, and it's curving. That's not the best. So that's a worrisome sign for me. My big time frame that I really like is having issues and rejections here. That could be a bit of a problem. However, the weekly, baby, the weekly, which is really, I believe, the chart we should all be paying attention to the very most. And again, another part of my idea here is tweezer bottoms right here and a giant green candle, followed by a massive green candle. Tweezer bottoms, followed by a massive green candle. Okay. Tweezer bottoms, followed by a massive green candle. Now, tweezer bottoms, but followed by a red candle, no go. Okay. All right. Tweezer bottoms here, but followed by a red candle, no go. Tweezer bottoms right here, followed by a massive green candle. So 1, 2, 3 times the charm, massive green candle, right? Could the week end up here somewhere at 48, 49,000? That's what the tea leaves tell us. However, there's no guarantee. The weekly does want to push up to the upside. The weekly chart showing signs of life here. If you can just push up and not turn down, all right? Take a look at it real quick. Oh, it is pushing up. Look at that. So look at that. And it's about to cross the line. That's very bullish for the weekly. Look at that. Ooh, that's sexy. I'll go home and sleep and dream about that tonight. Like, that will be something that I get really into. Like, I might have a wet dream over that. Like, I'm just, sorry, I won't do that again. I usually don't do that. But it just, it's that little it's the details that get me going every night, Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on into the live stream. Okay. Love you all for being here. I love you all for being here. So hot and steamy. It is, right? I had a dream with the weekly. Very bullish. Stop eating to send my I just get carried away so many times. The hard details. You know what a wet dream is, right? It's when you fall asleep in the rain. That's what I thought. That's all I thought. Like on a park bench somewhere and you wake up when it rains on you. That's what I thought it was. No lie. So look at this. I'm dead serious. I didn't know anything else. So look at this. Moving up to the upside, a stochastics RSI. Being the weekly head kids, we name them days. I posted a Bitcoin chart on the World Telegram. Check it out. I'm thinking of 40K retest. Shout out to Chelsea A. Shout out to everyone here on the live. So I think we've spent enough time on Bitcoin. I got the levels I know we got to watch. And it is what it is. So, yeah, that's what I see for Bitcoin. Yeah, let's jump on into the rest of the charts. Let's see what we happen in the one night we don't have to get into, All right. Shout out to Chad Smith. I love you, brother. So check this out, everybody. I got a story to tell. Literally, I have a crazy story to tell. Like, hold on, one sec. So today, right? Might have to call. Oh my God, you guys are so funny, man. Dingo said I might have to call it. That's hilarious, man. All right. Do we have like 2 minutes? Do we have like 2-3 minutes for a story? Do you guys have 2 minutes when we wake up for a story? Check it out. Ready? Check this out. All right. Check this out. All right. So today, my wife and me were like, let's go to a water park, right? So we were going to go to a water park with my kid. So I booked a hotel room like a couple of nights before. I heard them upstairs talking about it, and I thought it would be cool to be like the cool dad and be like, guess what? You're going there. And she was like, because she was watching it on YouTube, and I was like, I'll be the cool dad, you know? So I go and I order them. No, this story is insane. Like, it's crazy. So I might have to take my glasses off for this one. Like, so I go and I order them the room and everything, and it was way too overpriced. Like, I'll be honest, it was like $600 a night or something, which I don't know why it was, and I shouldn't even have done it, but I was just trying to do the right thing for my kid, and it was like, but I shouldn't have done it. I really shouldn't have, but it was like, anyway, and then I had to buy like, you know, the pass for her to do all this other stuff, and then food credits, because you know you're gonna be stuck in this place. So I get it all, and I'm like, all right, and it ends up being like something crazy, like $900 or something. It's ridiculous, right? But whatever, man. And I do it because I'm like, this is what I'm gonna do, you know? And when I finally tell my wife I did it, she's like not happy. She's like, $1,000 for a night at a hotel? She's like, you know, we could have done so many different things. You really gotta pass it by me. She's like, we could have taken a day off of school and done it on a Wednesday when no one's there, and we would have more time. And I was like, I know, I don't have any. I was like, I work so much, and I just wanted to do something nice, you know? So she's like, cool, all right. You know, so we go, you know, and this is crazy, you know? So we get there, and, you know, I check in, I set up my travel kit, you know, I start sending charts to everybody. My kids are like, when are we getting out of the hotel room? I was like, I just got one more thing. I got to go over dominance. I got to go over Bitcoin. My wife's like, come on, please, we need to eat. So they leave the hotel room, we do our thing, and my brother went to a water park today for the night. That's where I went. Great Wolf Lodge. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's where I went. And so check this out. This is crazy, man. So like, this story is nuts. I'm telling you, like, you don't want to leave here. Like, you really want to hear this. Like, I know you're here for the TA, but this is like, it's Saturday night. Like, this is really enthralling. So check it out. So we get there, and we leave the hotel room, whatever, we're doing our thing, and we finally get to the water park. You know, we get back in, we change. I'm like, all right, she's going to run around the water park. And we get to the water park. Right when we get in, I see a kid, you know, he's wearing a life preserver, and he's like falling on the ground a little bit, and his mom's trying to help him. And I see him out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, I said to my wife, I'm like, oh, it's sad. Like, he must be autistic or something. You know, I didn't know, you know, I didn't even know. I just said, that's tough. That's hard for the parent, you know? And my wife's like, yeah. And I was like, man, we're so blessed, you know? So anyway, the day goes on, an hour goes by, we come in and out, and eventually there's these giant tubes that go down this huge slide, right? Like this giant tube, like, and just brace yourself for this one, like, so, and the slide's insane. It's made of this like huge, like, I'm telling you, I gotta show you a picture of it. It's made of this giant thing that like you'll just get thrown from, like, and like, you basically go into the tube inside of a upside down funnel that opens up really big. And so you come in from the bottom and you like go up and down, and like it's intense. Like, I'm telling you, man, it was insanity. Like, anyway, you have to go up a huge set of stairs to do it. And you know, and so the tube was crazy. It's like these huge tube rides. It was nuts. Anyway, so there's a woman there, and there she's like halfway up the stairs, and she's with that autistic kid that I just saw like an hour ago, you know? And she's like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, she's like, you know, and like somehow she looks at me, and I'm with my daughter, and like I don't really know how, but she's like, which side do we go on? Like, and I'm like, oh, they told me this was like the harder one, like that's the family one. And so I figured she's just gonna turn away and go on the family one. Like, and she looks at me and she's like, oh, he just loves thrills, you know? Let's go on this one, you know? And I'm like, yeah, they say it's like a crazy corkscrew or something. That's what they told me, you know? I'd never been there. So she stands next to me, and I notice he just keeps moving around. Like, he can't stop moving. And he's like big enough. He's like 9 years old, and he's probably like 60 pounds and 70 pounds almost. And she's like 5'5", you know, and she's trying to hold him, and like it's hard. Like he's all over the place. So like I eventually get a hand on him somehow, and I start talking to her, and I just try to center my energy like real calm, you know. And I held his hand, and like, and she told me a story, and she's like, you know, he has this brain degenerative disease, and like he just like he was 2 years old and he knew everything. She was like, and he was awesome, you know. She's like, he learned to talk, and like he was my everything. He saved my life, you know. She's like, around 5 or 6 years old, like he had like some brain disorder, and like his brain started to shrink, and like he just stopped learning, and like he now can't speak anymore. But like he used to talk, and he tries to talk, but he can't talk, and like, and I'm holding his hand, you know. I'm just holding his hand, and like, and I just keep holding his hand, and she's like, yo, she's like, and I'm not trying to talk about me. I know it's like I'm in this story, but this is just my day, and it was just, and so like I'm holding his hand, and I'm just like, and she's telling me, and she's like, you know what, I'm losing him. She's like, I'm losing him. And she starts to cry, and like there's so many people there, but they can't really notice what we're into. It's like such an intimate thing. We're going up these stairs, and like I'm crying, and I'm like, I feel you. I'm like, I feel I feel you so much right now. I'm like, I feel you, like. And I told her, I was like, it's so hard when you feel like, when you can feel everything so strong. I was like, it's like a gift and a curse, you know, because you can like feel it. And I could just feel like that she was losing her son, like, and she loved him so much, and like, so like I bring her up, and like he's moving so much, like they're not gonna let him on the ride. Like there's no way. He's fucking, like, excuse me, he's moving all around. Excuse me, I'm so bad, but he's moving all around, like a lot, and like. So like I sit on my chi, and I'm like, I gotta try to calm this kid down, and maybe some, and I tell her, I don't know where it comes out of my mouth. I'm like, you should come on the ride with me and my daughter, because it's for her. And if you coming with us, like maybe there's a better chance like we get him on the ride, you know? And she's like, yeah, thank you, that's a good idea. Like, so like now she's with me, like she's with my team, you know, and I'm gonna make sure this dude gets on the ride, you know? And it was like my mission. And like I held his hand, and I was just like, yo, we gotta chill, my man. Like, and he could make deep eye contact with me, and I'll stare deep at him, and I try to just be like, connect with his soul, and be like, yo, man, I'm so sorry what you're going through. Like, what is it like to be stuck there? And she's like, I can basically hear him trying to talk, and I see instances of who he is, and like she's like, it's so hard because he's stuck in there. He's stuck in there. Yo, it was just put on me. Like, I just didn't know it was gonna get put on me like that, you know? And I just thought about it. And we got him to the ride, and then like we got him to the height thing, and I had to hold him with his hand and just act like he wasn't. And he moves a lot, but I just had to like, and I kept trying to like hide him from the dude. And like next thing we get him in the tube, and when he's in the tube, he's like moving all around, like he doesn't want to be sitting. He's not sure. And I'm like, and the guy's like, I don't think we can do this. Like he's got to get out. I'm like, damn, they're gonna have to go all the way down the stairs, and like I'm gonna have to help them. So like my daughter won't get on the ride either. And I'm like, what do I do here? And I'm like, this kid's going on this ride, like. So I look at the dude, and I'm like, he's like, yo, if he falls out of the ride, like we gonna have to stop the ride, like it's. And I was like, nah, he ain't. I was like, he ain't falling out this ride, like. And I grabbed his thing, and I grabbed it with my hand, and I was just like, yo, he ain't falling out, like. And we somehow got him to calm down for just a second, and like they pushed us in, and like we held, and we went in this. And once the thing started moving, he calmed down, and I held him, and like. When the ride ended, she was just like, thank you so much. And like, yo, it just shattered my life, yo. It shattered my freaking life, yo. It shattered my life. I'm sorry, but it shattered my life. Like, it shattered my life. And it was just like, yo, I'm so blessed to be alive. And like, I'm so blessed to have children that are healthy. And I'm so blessed to have you guys. And I'm so blessed to have my channel. I'm so blessed to be here. I'm so sorry to cry. I'm not trying to cry. But I just feel the pain of this woman in her life and everything she's going through. And like, so anyway, listen, it's not over yet. Like, story doesn't end there. So we get back from the hotel room, and my wife's just like, I can't be here anymore. And I'm like, what? She's like, the baby's too hot. She's like, we can't go anywhere. She's like, it's not as big as I thought. She's like, we'll be done in a day. Then what do we do tomorrow? She's like, and honestly, it's the baby. She's like, the chlorinated water is everywhere. And whenever we're in that room, it's so hot and fuming. She's like, there's so many people there, way more than there should have been. Like, she's like, you can barely do anything. She's like, it took you an hour to do that ride. I was like, I know I was helping these people. She's like, I know, but still, even then. So I was like, all right, okay, so we should leave. And I was like, man, we're not going to get our money back. Like, and I was like, man, I was kind of like, she's like, I really just want to go home tonight. Like, you can do your thing and do your stream. And I was like, all right, like, you're right. Like, I think you're right, you know. So, like, she goes downstairs. And we ate a meal for $70, charged it to the room, all that. And she goes downstairs and, like, they were like, she was like, you know, I'm so sorry, but me and my child can't be here. Like, I just don't want to, like, it's hard for her to breathe with the chemicals. I didn't realize, blah, blah, blah. And they refunded her 100%. And then was like, we spent money, though, at 70. We need to pay. They're like, don't worry about it. And they gave us 100% refund. And we walked out of there. And I was like, was I just supposed to be there to help this woman today? Like, and then I came home and I'm here now, and it was just like, it just was a lot. I just had to share that with everybody. Like, yo, cherish your life. Cherish everything you have. Like, you know, cherish everything you have. Cherish every little thing you have in this world, no matter what it is. What you got, so many other people don't have. Like, they just don't have it. And it's not money, it's nothing. Like, they're in a predicament that can't be changed. Like, in a way that your life, you wouldn't even believe to think, like, it could just be such an impact on your life, you know? And so, like, I mean, maybe today is her day to tell her story, you know? And she was a single mom. She's like, and I'm a single mom. Like, it's people like that I like to help out. I like to find them and, like, maybe find out, like, I don't know, help them on Christmas or just do something for people that need something, you know? Let me get into the chat. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to mix business with pleasure, talk about my life a little bit, but it was just like, it was crazy, you know? Super chat ACH. Let's take a look at ACH in the game. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Let's get back into business. Let's do what you came here to do. Appreciate each unit. Alchemy Pay, baby. I believe this is, Alchemy Pay. ACH doing its thing. Pumped up on the 15-minute. Got to as high as, 6 cents and 3/10 of a cent here. Back down about around 4 pennies, right? Doing its thing. Double bottoming. Following that same idea as Bitcoin is, but can it move on out? Shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Bit of an inverted head and shoulder there. Could that be the one that stops it? Double bottom there as we pump. It came back down to address that same area, that range. We're coming low in the 15-minute. We could flip on out once, maybe one more bounce off of this 4 cent 4 area. God sent you to help that child. God has blessed you because you're good deeds. Thank you. Had to put a taco down. It's in pieces. Still worth it. Thanks for sharing. You're the man. Anytime, man. You're the man, Sam. One M to another. You're an amazing bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. One empath to another, man. Thanks, man. We came here to be lifers. That means everything here. Love learning. Love you. Thank you so much. I'm tearing, brother. Thanks for sharing. That's awesome that you stood up. Dying. What's your opinion on forcing patterns onto the charts? I mean, you can and can't do it. It depends. I mean, like, I try not to force patterns. I mean, that's an inverted head and shoulder. Like, you go back in time and you'll see that no pattern was really forced. Like, look, shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Did it not bounce to the upside? It did, right? So, like, you don't force patterns, but you know what you're forcing if you haven't seen it in the past. If you've seen it in the past, like, hundreds of times, like, I've looked at charts for years now at this point, and, like, I've seen these things play out. So, like, I've seen that bounce on out. So, and again, like, then I see this one bounce out, right? And so, like, am I forcing the pattern? I don't know if you're saying am I or if a person is. Some people are at one point, like, that's an inverted, right? Sometimes I see it getting forced, though. If you're not sure, you just go to the smaller time frame and you really see what you need to see. Okay? But again, I mean, is it arbitrary? Is it not? It depends. To me, that is a shoulder. It resembles a head and shoulder pattern, you know, and I've seen that play out. It's drunken, it's sideways. but I have seen it play out as such. Also, that is a bullish pattern there. A falling wedge could break to the upside. Looks like the shoe, right? So we'll see. The bigger idea is the 1 hour and the 4 hour. 1 hour wants to flip, 4 hour wants to push on you. It's basically like Bitcoin too, and you can see everything's kind of following the Bitcoin wave. So if Alchemy Pay can stay above 4 cents, what you really want to do is have it get above this 4.6 area on the 4 hour time frame, come back for a retest. This would be the safe play right there for a move once it breaks on out. Like if you want to clear it out and look at it clean again, I mean, you are looking at a beautiful cup and handle if I've ever seen one. Sammy Cup and Heady strikes again. And so you are looking at a beautiful cup and handle here to the upside. Bang, 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 bang. And yeah, that could break on out to the upside as well. So interesting enough. Yeah. So that's something that we're looking at here. Alchemy Pay. Alchemy Pay, right? You just never know what's going to happen when you wake up. You have no clue what God has in store for you and what magic is hiding out there if you're willing to accept the magic. Like, there's magic out there. I'm telling you right now, there's absolute like, that was, today it was hard, it was tough, but it was magical. Like, that little boy changed my life. Like, I will think of him for the rest of my life. And when I go to complain about anything, I will think of that little boy, and I will hold thy tongue, and I will say, God bless me for what I do have, not what I do not have. Let me think of what I have in abundance, not what I lack thereof, and therefore I will bring more abundance into thy life, you know, through the law of attraction. Sammy Cup and Handy is a different personality in his head. You're awesome, Sam. Thanks for sharing that story. I respect you. I love you. Keep being an excellent role model. You have a rare heart. You deserve all the greatness the world has to offer. Thank you, Phoenix Soul. This is my awesome thing you gave me, man. Love you. This is my beautiful, beautiful, Labradorite inside of a beautiful, beautiful metal holding thing. This is amazing. Anyway, can we look at TONIC? Also, since it's Jack time, thoughts on Coinly app or other apps that manage transactions. Coinly. Bukowski states the cup and handle should not have V-bottoms. Why do include V-shapes in yours? Honest question. Honestly, because I've backtested it for over 7 years, and I've played with it over and over again, and it's played out. So, like, I don't know what someone else has said. All I know is what I've seen, and I've done it over and over again. So, like, I don't know. I'm just telling you what I see. You could do whatever you want. Like, isn't that a V-shape right there? Like, look, is that a V-shape? Cup and handles can have a V-shape, right? But this was a cup, and this was a handle. You could say, oh, that's a V-shape. Cup and handles can have a V-shape, right? That was a cup and handle, right? I called this. What I love about this is when people do challenge Sammy Cup and Handy, he has to come out with a vengeance, right? So, and I got the proof and the timing to back it up. I got the actual evidence. It's all there. It's all there. Look, Bitcoin to pop to 69,000, projected a nice cup and handle, right? I saw it as a cup and handle. Maybe Bukowski didn't, right? I did. And I saw this booming up to the upside all the way to 69K. And I saw this on October 4th. You can't rewrite this. This is like, unless you know how to hack or something, this is set in stone on TradingView. This thing went all the way to the target. My little line said it would get there on like November 20th, or November 17th. It got there on November 10th or 11th. I was 6 days shy of the actual target. I mean, not many other people did that. So I don't know. You tell me, Ron. You tell me if there should be one on the Bukowski. So you tell me, is Bukowski the end all of all things? Or has the market changed since he set his laws? Or does the crypto lifer just... I've put more time in the market, man. When it comes down to it, I just put more time in the market than most people have. So like at the end of the day, you can't argue with time in the market. I'm here every day for hours and hours and hours. I'm obsessive compulsive on the market. Like, it's very rare to see a person that will spend as much time with me on this stuff over and over and over again. Like, I'd like to find someone who spends as much. If you either spend as much time as me or you don't. Like, and in my humble opinion, you'll find your own style. And again, I don't have to actually even justify it. Like, I find what I find and I play what I find. Does it always work out? Doesn't have to, no. And does it? No. But over time, at the end of the day, when you do play a cup and handle, you're playing a falling wedge that breaks to the upside as well. So I hope I answered your question in depth, because I believe I did. If not, you could email cryptolifers@gmail.com if you need just more thorough analysis. Do you want footnotes too on top of that? Maybe we could get you into the library and we could even do more of a deep dive. But you let me know if that wasn't enough for you. keep it moving. Shout out to everyone here live. Let's take a look at what's going on here with TONIC and see what's jumping. Bless you. You have a heart of gold. Bless you. Shout out to Bangkok, baby. Thank you for jumping on in, man. I appreciate you. Okay. So, POCHI Inu. Remember when someone was talking to us about POCHI Inu? And I actually liked it. Like, I don't know why I liked it. I just didn't like that it had an Ethereum address. That's what I didn't like about it. But it did have some other things going for it. The name was catchy enough to blow, in my humble opinion. My guy, Kadena. Yo, Kadena doing damage, man. Doing that damage. What's good to Crypto Muser in the house? Shout out to my man, Crypto Muser. Appreciate you, brother. They just don't know the power of the cup and handy. Give it to them gently. Shout out to Comfortably Comfortable. I love that name. That's amazing. Yeah. Shout out to everyone here on the live for jumping on in. Oh, so POCHI Inu took a bang. Took a POCHI. Didn't make it. Did it pump a little bit? Little bit of a pump. Just, and went Sid's way. It went Sid's way, man. This thing went Sid's way for a minute. A minuto. It went Sid's way for a minuto, man. Too long, yo. Look at that. Needs to break on out. We'll see, though. We'll see. We'll see what it does. All right. Great job on BitBoy yesterday. Thank you so much, man. You're the man, dude. Appreciate you, friend. It's us Aries, man. Emotional creatures, but hearts of gold. Shout out to David Kendall. Doing damage. What's good, everybody? You're right, Chelsea. 100% refund was a sweet thank you to the lifer for following his time guidance and going there for the golden heart. That's what I thought. I couldn't see when I got the refund. I said to my wife, I said, that never happens. Usually the hotel takes at least 50%, something like that. I mean, you booked it. Like, never get a full refund. It's never happened to me, and she got it so easily. You know what my wife did though? She looked at me with a horrible face, like no, like we didn't get a refund, and she was in the gift shop buying my daughter a bear, and I saw her, and she was like, "Let's go," and I was like, "All right." I was like, "What happened?" Like, because I stay away from the desk. I was like, "You go do it." I was like, "What happened?" She's like, "Let's go," and she had this face on like this. She was like, and as she turned and we went out the door, she's like, "We got an entire refund," and I was like, "Why'd you make me feel like we didn't?" She's like, "Because I wanted you to make it. I wanted it to burn," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Ah, man." Shout out to Bill McDonough in the spot. Shout out to everyone here. Can you look at Compound? Oh, we haven't looked at that one in a long time. Compound. Funny. Let's take a look at Compound. And look, ACH in a cup and handle. Flatting, not a total cup and handle, but it is moving up to the upside here if it can hold that level. If it can hold that level, we could see a big move here. Is it my trade of the day? Not necessarily, but, you know. We shall see. We shall see. Nobody's criticizing, just a different point of view. I followed a lot of people who wrote books or gave lectures, but I never saw them trade. Send in the super chats. Send some buzz today on some rugs. Glad I left the shill pages and the daily the lifer now. I could have gotten sucked into those just as easily hanging around those pages. Yeah, stay off that, man. Slick wifer, respect. I know, it's funny, right? Super Chat Tonic. Thoughts on Coinly app or others that are similar? Coinly's hot. I like Coinly. TaxBit is nice too. You want to do your taxes? TaxBit was nice. It linked up. Looks at everything you did. You can put in, dollar cost average basis, things that you missed, whatever you need. Also does some other things that help you out along the way. I really like TaxBit. It worked out really well. I would jump on into TaxBit. Again, not a financial advisor. Check it out yourself. Find out all the things you need, but I liked it. Do you use Market Cipher Pro? No, I do not. I know how to use it. I do have it, but I've back engineered it, know kind of how it works, and found out there's a lot of things that I'm doing that it does. Also, I'm working on my own indicator coming out that has nothing to do with Market Cipher. It works completely differently because I don't really use Market Cipher, I'll be honest. I looked at it for a couple years. I own it. Look, I can prove that I own the actual real one with the lock and everything. Look, Market Cipher A, B, and SR, right? That's the real one with the lock. That costs you like $1,500 or something. And it's cool, it works, but it shows you divergences where I know it is, shows you the money line. There's some cool stuff to look at it, but I find them really accurate with just what I do, But again, it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. everybody eventually has their own style, you know? To me, I'm a very unique, stubborn guy. To me, market cipher is kind of bandwagony, right? It's kind of like, oh, like, and you know, I go my own road, man. I beat to my own drum, like, so uniquely and so persistently and so detailed in so many ways. Like, I'm so conscious about everything I'm connected to, and I love CryptoFace. He's a cool dude. I love everyone that uses market cipher. Shout out to my man Jason Casper. I'm super cool with them. Like, good peoples, you know. No problems with them at all. All love. Like, much love and respect. I actually think market cipher is a great indicator and works cool. It's just not my thing, right? Like, they drive Camaros, I drive Corvettes, you know, or they drive Corvettes, I drive whatever you would. I'm not trying to say each one is better. I'm just saying, right? Oopals and banunus, whatever, you know, apples and bananas, whatever you want to say, you know. No hate, no way. It's not my thing, right? That sort of thing ain't my bag, baby, you know. And again, everything's watching Bitcoin. There's that cop with the handle. Can we break on out? If Bitcoin breaks out, the alts will follow. If Bitcoin dumps, the alts will follow. So that's really kind of how it looks when you break down Bitcoin. And Saturday night, we kind of more lofty and we're more in the middle because we don't have the futures market like we would. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that futures market, and we don't have the Dow futures to kind of play with our heads either. So thanks for the response. Shout out to Jason Lovely. MC or free indicators, the only way to go. Thank you, Lifer, for the 250 lovely likes tonight. Use Market Liberator or Van Moon Chu is free. That's exactly what it was. It's always good to be kind. Shout out to Chelsea A. Much love to you, Chelsea. I love how you looked at it and talked about it like that, and that's how I felt about it. Hard for me to break it down. I knew I was going to talk about it tonight. Not sure when I was going to do it. I'm pretty sure I scared some people off the chat that just weren't ready for that. Some people are, some people aren't. Ooh, I see some juicy moose. I see some juicy moosey. Ooh, this could get busy. Make a move. Get even kind of connected up there. A little bit of EGLD. I don't call it EGLD, but EGLD, baby. Elrond Hubbard. No, a little bit of Elrond. EGLD, baby. EGLD. Trying to break on out with the move to the upside. We are high. Do we get rejected by this level? We see a wick here that couldn't get above it. But I like the pennant. Ooh, one extra line. I like the pennant. I love this pattern. I play it out. Bit of a higher low double bottom forming too as well. See that? Forming an uptrend. Can we get it? Yes, we can. Let's see the 15-minute. Does it want to flip on you? It is. The 15-minute suggests you will get a push-up, and then you could get a nice retest when the 1 hour resets. This could have some legs. EGLD's been moving up lately. There's been a nice buzz to it. I think people realize it's just the best chain in the game, and it's undervalued right now, and I love it. I will disclose, I have a big old bag of it. I've been holding it since about $20, so I'm still up at 10x in this thing. 10x in this coin, all right? And I put about $4,000 in it, turned into $40,000. So my $4,000 investment a year ago, and now a year and 4 months now. And at one point it was up, it was $100,000 almost. You know, I turned 4,000 into $100,000 when this went to $50. Because if you think about it, you get in at $20. It was at $540, right? So look at this, $540. You divide that by the $20 I got in. You're looking at a 27x. You times that by the 4,000, and you're looking at $108,000. And it only took a year and a half. I do this a lot. I take like $2 to $4,000, turn it into $50 to $100,000. I've done it with. I took $4 to $8,000 with Phantom, turned it into well over 80 to 90,000. I did it with EGLD. I took like $3,000 and turned it into over $100,000 with Cardano when I went in at 8 and 2 cents even. One of the positions, you know. So EGLD, Phantom, Cardano, I have easily all made $300. I made over $300,000 on those with less than a $15,000 to $20,000 investment. You know, and that's just the beginning. Never mind cake, which I turned $1,500 into over $100,000 too. So slap that onto it. Like now you're talking that's almost $500,000, and I use less than $20,000. I'm just saying, like, I can teach you all this crazy stuff. And again, I can't guarantee that is going to happen to you, but I can tell you my story, and I can show you what I do, and I can teach you my insane ways of life. And I can show you how I think and how I dream and how I just want to be somewhere different in life and how crazy crap happens because I just expect it to happen. I expect my life to be insane. I want it to be a movie, Fast and Furious. Let's keep it moving. And I just, I love sharing my life with each and every one of you. I love sharing it on this live stream, and I love being real because there's nothing else in this life, and that's all we can do. Funny how life works out like that. I'm sure you made a huge impact on them and made their night. You were there for a reason. It was a blessing in disguise and a reminder to be thankful. It really was, man. Thank you for saying that, Daniel Perez, and I really appreciate you saying that. Do you leverage swing trade or do you hodl mostly? I do it all. I leverage trade, I swing trade, but 60 to 70% of my portfolio is holding, and about 30% of my portfolio I keep swing bags. And of that 70%, and again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do whatever makes you happy. I'm just explaining what I do. About 70%, I keep 30% in Bitcoin. So I love holding a lot of Bitcoin. Bitcoin. I love trading alts because alts make a killing. I make a good deal of money, Alts have made me good money in the last few years, but what do you think of SLP right now? Long or short? I'll take a look at it. It's been getting a lot of buzz, so there's a chance at the top right now. There's a chance at the top. Those sound more like long-term holds than 4-hour trading. Phantom took me. Yeah, the Phantom took me. I do a lot. I do long-term. I started buying Bitcoin in 2016. That's been I've been in that trade since 2000 and around $500 to $2,000 in between the range. So I've been holding Bitcoin for over 4 or 5 years now. That's a long-term hold. I mean, as an investor, some people say, "Oh, you're an investor, you're a trader." Every single thing you do is an investment or a trade, right? If you hold long-term, right, that's just a long trade. So I can swing trade. I can swing trade on the one. I can trade on the 1 minute if I need to. Like right now, look, the one EGLD looks like it might pump on the 1 minute. Like you could zoom in here and scalp the 1 minute, if so be. My system is basically like if you touch the 21 and you're low on the Stokes, you should take a move, right? So like my system suggests this should pump to the upside, and like you could trade this, not you, but I could trade this 10x leverage and make about, that's 1.3, make 13% in the next 10 minutes, right? You open this trade right here with 10x levy. So like I'm just, but again, I don't do that. I don't encourage it to everybody, but you could do that with my system and what I teach, I'm kind of watering to do it right now. I kind of want to do it on the live just to prove a point. But anyway, I'll keep that on ice. I like to duplicate that. I'll keep that on ice. I'll slap it over here for a second. We can get back to that at any given moment, and that will be waiting up. I got 6 screens in front of me at all times. If you saw the beginning of the live, we're ready to rock. So just let me know, Just let me know. Like, look, my trading got me everything I own, man, and more. Like, and more. Like, check it out. Check it out. Like, this is where I do my thing, This is where I do damage every day right here. Like, this is where I live. Like, this is it. This is my life. This is my life right here. Like, this is it. All day, like 10 hours a day, 12, 16 hours a day. Like, it doesn't stop. Like, so if you want to jump on and become a lifer, if you want to make this your life, then jump on in with me. Let's do it. Like, we can do it. We can do it. We can get busy. We really can. Shout out to all my lovers and lifers my lifers and lovers of life. If you had to consolidate your portfolio, the ACH 8 of Mana, Shib Gala, what 3 would you end up with? Not financial advice. Appreciate you showing up daily. Honestly, I don't like to answer questions like that because they're just too cornered to what, they're like, what would you do if then? Honestly, I don't know. ACH 8 of Mana, Shib Gala, Axie, I think they're all great. I think they're all going to do great. Honestly, I'll be honest. Like, just depends on how much patience you have and what your long-term or short-term plans are. I believe in almost every. I like every coin. I actually own some Mana. I own Shib. I own Gala. I don't have any Axie, and I own ACH. So I own every coin there except for Axie, man. I don't know, man. It's just like, who knows, But like this should pump to the upside right here. Like, should be able to get into this trade, make 13% in a few minutes. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll go back to it when the time is right. I got a trade right here open for Axie 3L, going up about 24%. About to pump out of this falling wedge to the upside. Let's ride this 4 hour till it gets on up here and see what's up. Then I might close the trade. 58.27 is what I'm looking at for Axie Infinity. Let's take a look at Tonic on the game. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Shout out to everyone super chatting. Please send a super chat. Send in that love. Let me know where you're at. Let me know what you're doing. Let me look at a new coin. Let's find out. Managala and Ada, says Chelsea A. Thanks for the hard work you put in with the energy and the passion every single day. I feel you, bro. Tough question. Lots of patience. Yeah, I mean, it's like, honestly, those are beautiful projects. Every single one that you mentioned, you know, in my humble opinion. So, again, that's just my one man's opinion, but you know. Cardano is not as fun to hold as those, you know, but it long term, it's bullish, you know, in my humble opinion, too. So, we shall see. We shall see, you know. Okay, so let's take a look at our baby Tonic. Makes me think of gin and tonics. I don't drink anymore, but I did in college and, you know, in parts of my life, which I actually don't like admitting it because I don't want younger people to think it's cool, because it's not. It's actually the worst drug in the world, and it destroys your organs. So you just got to be careful, okay? You got to be careful, okay? So Tectonic, let's see what it's doing in the chat, shall we? In the chats. Over to Dex Guru. We grab that address, we paste it in there. We should be able to get some moves here. With Crow, with USDC, let's see what we have for USDC. Thank you so much, D. Kennedy. And there's D. Kennedy all the way from Cocoa Beach. My man, D. Kennedy. I feel you, bro. Tough question. Lots of patience. Love you for always being here, always throwing down a super chat, always being a part of the live stream. Much respect to you and my friends. Much respect to you. All the way from Cocoa Beach, D. Kennedy in the game as he watched those rockets take off. Beautiful sight. Stony Shark screen, too. You know that's coming for us one day. We will have those hollow screens in front of us. Oh, yeah, just being like, juke, 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 juke. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Fasheezy. Okay, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Much love to D. Kennedy. Always throwing it down. What a nice dude. So, Tonic. It did some damage. Suggested that it would break out of this cup and handle. It did. It got 127%. Look at that move. Bang, 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 bang. Slowed down, though. Came back down for the extra handle. And I've seen this. I call it the handle, the cup and handle. You know, Cake first did this. I first saw it in Cake when I first saw this move in my first time in my life. I just saw two handles, one handle after each other, after the cup. And I've seen it play out to the upside. It does want, you got low RSI. Stochastics could be flipping on you on that 1 hour. 4 hours probably low. It is, wants to push on up. So Tonic's looking good to me for the next leg on up. Again, that's just what the technical analysis suggests. This is a higher probability you break on up and go another 70%. I would take a look at Tonic. I would watch that. Also, follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. You just might get a chat sent your way. Follow me at CryptoLifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you for being here, each and every one of you. Crypto Sam. Where can we buy Erratics? Spelling? It's with the D. EXRD. EXRD on KuCoin. Shout out to everyone here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. FTM holding 190 range so well. Smoko Beach, that's funny. Mr. Smurfington, my man. Shout out to Radix. Stack McChange, you actually said it. Cape Canaveral, baby. AP13, top gainer on my watch list. Ooh, pumping. Let's see if there's any obscure coins. Find out those obscure, strange coins here. On 3 commas. Accent up a little bit. Car vertical. Populous. Loom. Chronos. Status. Something's starting to move. Ubix moving a little bit. Okay. BITTC. Some crazy names, right? Let's take a look at CV. which is car vertical. TONIC, though, I like what I'm seeing for TONIC. It's on the radar on the 4-hour. This thing's been moving. Slight pullback, but it was a healthy one. TONIC's been doing the damage, you know. Shout out to my team, labeling me the king. You know, and you know what is? Everyone always worries. I never go on there worrying about the point system. Like, I never go on there try to win. Like, of course it would be cool to win, but I never go on there trying to win. You know, it's never like exact. I'm not like, oh, like I'm so blessed to be on that show. I'm just, you don't get it. I remember being like, yo, man, I should be able to go on that show. I go on live every single day. I do so much for crypto. Like, let's do this, you know? And so, you know, just an idea here. Yeah, so shout out to everyone who makes that funny stuff for me. I appreciate it. Safe Moon Yacht up for sale, man. Oh, man. When Lambo, right? Real estate may be forever revolutionized thanks to decentralized technologies as the metaverse grows. It's true, though. It's true. So much crazy news coming out. Here's how traders got alerted to some of the biggest rallies of this weekend's resurging market. I don't listen to any of this stuff. What's shaping the future of the institutional crypto market? They're trying to get their hands on our crypto. Metaverse is booming, bringing revolution to real estate. India's finance minister waiting for consultations to decide whether to ban or regulate crypto. Why do they keep doing this? They keep saying it's good, then it's not, then they tax it, then they don't. What the heck are they doing? That's confusing to the people, man. Like, gotta tell them. Famous rapper Tyga buys Innocent Cats NFT as his Instagram NFT, man. Pocket Network keeps growing. You know, the Pocket Network, I talked about it, put it on the radar before. Pocket Network just keeps moving. Let's take a look at Pocket Network now. I mean, it's moving, though. It's moving. Pocket Network. You want to write this stuff down, man. The Pocket Network, okay? Don't play games. Let's take a look at Pocket Network. Hard to get, though. It was like, you know, Gate.io. All right. Gate.io in Huobi Global. XT.com ain't too bad. I haven't really jumped in there, though. Haven't jumped in on there. I just jump over to Gate and see the Gate chart for what the Gate is. Sell the Eno banging on them. Do you have a coin you consider your next cake? Yeah, it was Phantom at 18 cents. Now, I would look at Velos. Velos is interesting because it has the ecosystem. Okay? That Velos token. You want to see something that has a big moving ecosystem that's less than 60 to 70 cents. Something like that could make a move. That's, you know, what I'd be looking at. Also, Pocket Network took a beat down, but it's starting to make that bull. I'm not going to look at too in depth right now, but I believe this thing is hot. Do your own due diligence on Pocket Network. It's on Gate, and you can see it's forming a bit of a cup and handle, following Bitcoin a little bit too. All right. +1 crypto lifer. It's so funny. That's what I like the most. There's no disappointment or competition, no ego, no attachment to outcome, all process. You know what's funny you said that, because I was in the shower today before the live. I just stacked up on Gala, well, a little bit. There you go. Gonna wait till Monday to see when the market will do before buying some more Gala. Zelda Inu banging on him. Hero is pumping. Let's take a look at Hero. Hero really pumping. Ooh, we're getting a green move here. This could be Bitcoin getting its leg up. I like this idea here. I like Axie Infinity. You know, my man Porter Rock said every time he trades it well. And I started watching the trades, and I liked what he was putting down. All right. And so, you know, so yeah. So again, I like Axie Infinity 3L just for a quick, you know, cash grab here. You know, 10, 20%, nothing crazy. I don't try to outdo myself. I just try to do a little bit here and there. You know, look at this inverted head and shoulder for VRA. Can it break that? I mean, neckline. Let's see what happens. I mean, it's textbook. Let's see. Measured move. And all you could do is just take the 60% chance that it's going to break to the upside. Make an inverted Bart Simpson, because that would be a beautiful Bart Simpson to the downside. Why wouldn't it? I've seen it many times. So that's what we're looking at for VRA if you're curious and want to jump on in. Okay? I like Tonic. Tonic's on the radar. I like Tonic enough to actually even kind of, you know, think about it a little bit. Tonic. And what I like to do is so you can kind of get your hands wet in your own research. I'll just come up with the market cap link. You can check it out on your own, find out what it is. I've never been paid to talk about it. I don't know the team. Just want to disclose that. I don't know anything, you know. Haven't taken any any promotions in a while recently. Just been like, I get hit up a lot, and I just kind of wait on it. You know, it's got to be right. And I'm doing my own. I promote my own stuff, right? I got my own stuff to promote. So that's what I like about having your own promotion. So far, look, here's the scalp. It pumped a little bit, retraced, pumped a little bit, trying to retrace again. So in my humble opinion, it broke in, broke out. Trying to break out again. Might not have been stopped. Close battle here on that 1 minute time frame. Again, I don't like to trade the 1 minute, but that would be this would be the scalp. There's a 68% chance you get this, but doesn't guarantee, you know, nothing's guaranteed. Let's take a look at our baby Phantom USDT. Shout out to all the lovers of life and my lifers out there. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Calling yourself crypto lifers and jumping on in on a Saturday night. So in the 1 minute, you're getting a beautiful boom off 191 up to 193 there. Just a little boom, but on the 1 minute. I don't put a lot on the 1 minute. Would it make sense for whales to move the market either way while they have folks' attention tomorrow? I'm praying for financial freedom, my man. Holden, baby. Shout out to D. Kennedy, man. I mean, they'll do whatever they got to do, D. Kennedy, and like we'll never really truly make sense of their moves. But you know, the more we study the IMF, the more we study the way of the world, the more we're going to be privy to what they are doing, and the more we're going to be able to figure out kind of what their plans are. To me, this is a bit of a bear flag, I have to say, though, right? And yeah, that breaks down bearishly many times, and you're very overbought on the 1 hour push it down with a bearish cross. Sad to say, you could see 169 Phantom on this move here. You know, nothing's guaranteed, you know, but, you know, you're just, you know, the one sign you could say is bounce, 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 bounce. We're holding. But if you break 189, you're going back down here to 168 pretty fast. That's a fast gap down. So just be careful of this level. We're kind of hanging on an edge there with Phantom on the 1 hour, okay? Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but just be careful. I would watch it closely. It doesn't mean it's a free lunch at all. Nothing is. Nothing's easy in trading. Everything is earned in life. Everything worth anything is earned. It doesn't matter what it is. Trading, right? YouTube, you name it. Like, you know, 20,000 subs, like the hardest thing I ever did was get to 20,000 subs, really. And like, it's just going to get, it's not getting easier. It's just going to continue to get harder. You get some help along the way, but you got to show up every day with the might, with the fight, with the motivation, with the dedication, with the discipline, with the move, with the want, with the need, with the desire, with the push, with the ease, with the move, with the yes, with the can, with the go, let's push. You got to take life and just be like, yo, this is my life, and I'm just not going to live. It's not a dry run. My dad used to say, this is not a dry run, which is like a rehearsal, right? An old word. This is not a dry run, my dad would yell at me. Do you want to work at McDonald's? That's what my dad would say to me all the time. Do you want to work at McDonald's? Because that's what's going to happen if you don't take it seriously. And I would be like, yo, I had post-traumatic stress of working at McDonald's, like, because my dad would say it to me all the time. He'd say, do you want to end up working at McDonald's? Because that's where you're going to end up if you don't pay attention at school, you don't do the work. You know? And when I was a kid, I was like, oh my God, I would end up working at McDonald's, man, my life. And shout out to anyone who does work at McDonald's. I don't want to hate. CZ started his life working at McDonald's, and I'm not even hating. If you started working at McDonald's, yo, more power to you. Like, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? Could you do a deep dive into router protocol? We'll take a look at router protocol. And look, now I have the screen up here. It's nice because I can see the chat up there, which is way nicer too, which is awesome. It's really cool. It's just really awesome. It's awesome. It's an awesome thing. I really like it. It's so awesome. You know, it's so awesome. It's the most awesome thing in the world. Don't be silly. Yeah, New Yorkers. I just missed the New Yorkers. I was listening to a New Yorker rant today, and it was funny. I missed the rants of the New Yorkers. Hardest working at McD's. Gina Bombina at Mc... I say that to my daughter, Crypto Buffet. You know, it's funny, man. You know, that's what my dad said to me. Live with Thoughts on Crow. Michael Saylor. Is it? No, I don't think so, man. You're crazy, man. Super chat, router protocol. I'm a New Yorker. Shout out to Sausage Wall. I lived in New York 20 years, man. 20 years. I wonder how many real entrepreneurs got their training at franchises. I heard about a guy who owns 10 McDonald's. He was described as comfortable. No, a friend of mine, his close friend owns like 10 or 15 McDonald's. He says he makes a good living, you know. It is what it is, right? Router protocol. Let's take a look at router protocol. Where we can find this thing. Is it on CoinMarketCap? Router protocol, the future of cross-chain. I mean, that's what I like. Mainnet launched. Ooh. Infrastructure layer enabling communication between blockchains. A cross-chain protocol that enables fund transfers, asset swaps, and cross-chain applications. Router, you know, I'm all cross-chain, multi-chain, dimensional chain. This is amazing. Router protocol offers optimal price for token swaps, unified gas fees, cross-chain sentiment engine, and an SDK for developers. Wow, that's amazing. Multi-chain token standard and application-specific blockchain. Ooh. So, that's amazing. You know, you'll be able to design with the kit. They have a kit for you ready to rock, man. Plug and play for developers, peripheral contracts, seamless integration. Be part of a cross-chain future. Let's build together. Partnerships, proposals, the bug bounty program. What's next? Mainnet launch just came out. Let's see what this thing could do. Look at that. On a mission to integrate every chain. Solana, Smart Chain, Optimism, Near, Polkadot, Algorand, Harmony. Where's Phantom? Oh, yeah, baby. All right. Get it in. Router news. Amazing. CoinDesk. Router protocol raises $4.1 million to bridge Ethereum virtual machine and non-Ethereum virtual machine chains. I mean, that's what I like to see. Everyone says, oh, I got the Ethereum. How about that? How about become a protocol? I like what this is, man. This is hot. Look, tech partners, Algorand, Terra, Cerdic, Phantom, Avalanche. Anything with the Phantom tech partner. Hacking. I like what I'm seeing here. Backed by the best. Polygon, DeFi Capital, Alameda. There you go, baby. There's Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX Exchange and Solana. That's damage right there. Doing done damage. That's going to be hot. Wow, that's hot. This is hot. Shout out to my man for bringing us an amazing deep dive gem here. Router protocol. Nobody even really knows about it. It's on the low. It's got a great name. Looks like it can do the damage. I like the site. I like everything I'm seeing. Route, baby. Can you route me? Can you get it going? Multi-chain. It's on the Polygon. That's where they're going to go with. I like that. Can't beat that. Nice cheap fees on Matic. People will be happy to go to QuickSwap. Go to QuickSwap. You can snatch this thing up on QuickSwap. It's also on KuCoin already. I'm loving that right now. Let's take a look at Route on KuCoin. A beautiful gem. Come to the channel for gems and things that most people just don't know about yet. Come check them out. Let's take a look at what's happening with Route. Sad to say, it looks like it's been out for a while. It got beat to the ground. Oof. It looks like I had my hands on it before, though. Interesting. Okay, so let's see what we have here per Route. So look, it cup and handled its way out. So this is kind of the proof. See, that's why you backtest these things. Like, can this be called a cup and handle? Right? Did it play out as such? I mean, it did. How would you have gotten up there? Like, how would you have known the target? Right? Well, the best way you can find a target is to go from this wick all the way to like that lane. And that's really like the best you can do, in my humble opinion. It's got you something up there. But, wow, this thing did some serious damage on January 9th, 15th. It pumped from about $2.50 all the way to $14. Did like a 6.5, almost a 7x. Unbelievable. Right now it's back in the dump easies. Back in the dump easy. Right? Doing its thing. Right? And it's bouncing off of support and resistance. There's a bounce. Getting rejection here. Getting rejection here. Getting a bounce right there. All right. Now, so look at this. That's a double bottom forming possibly right there. If it can hold this so big that it holds its own. Also the daily. It's a tiny little cup and handle in there. You see it? Tiny bit. It did come to the 200-day moving average on the daily as it appeared. It's a good sign because if that hasn't happened, you wait for it to happen. I got to see this thing maintain, but I like the project so bad. This is something, see now, this is something where I don't really look at the chart as much. I just like, I accumulate something like this. Like, I think this is going to be big. Anything multi-chain is going to play out the other players in the game. Falling volume with falling price suggests you will have a bit of a reversal This is something, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is something I throw $1,000 on and I never think about it again because it's just like, it's too good to be true. I may swing trade it once it gets throw $1,000 in here. Once it gets above this area, maybe I add a little more. I like this coin and I liked what it could do. Sad that it had the pump and dump already kind of, but I think if it continues to go, this thing can do damage. Question, what do you search your measured moves? That defeats the purpose, doesn't it? This guy is so weird, man. I didn't stretch the measured move. Look. Okay, so ZK roll up for the EV virtual machine. Yeah, we can take a look at ZK2 too. Let's take a look at ZK2. You got ZK2 on my radar now. Thinking of another coin. This thing got beat to the ground too. Like, and ZK rollups was all the new route. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be the new word," and it was getting hot. If Bitcoin didn't get completely demolished, that thing would have moved. This thing's got a bowl on out. I don't play with falling knives. That's not my thing because I'm a support and resistance guy, and I trade off support and resistance. If I can't find really true support and resistance on the left, I gotta have to find something that will make it work. Also, like, daily's kind of moving on up. Anything's possible. It will also follow Bitcoin a lot, but that's a bit of a falling wedge. Let me actually tweak it a little bit, clean it up. Even that's a bear pennant in my humble opinion. Like, that could break to the downside. We're getting overbought on the daily too. I don't know. ZK Dude looks like he could dump. Interesting. Not the negatives, but, you know, again, eventually it's going to find a bottom. I mean, it's close enough to it, but can it get back to 5? Anything is possible. I don't try to dance on stuff like that, right? I've been watching Too Crazy, man, and this thing should have gotten that love. It just didn't. I really like the project, but it's been down. Luna, I mean, it's sad I got that little hack and there was a little bit of a worry to Luna, but it's touching the 200-day moving average. Could get that flip like Bitcoin is getting. If Bitcoin does recover, Luna's going to be one of the first things to move. I'll tell you that right now, okay? Look, I'm not stretching the measured move. Like, bang. Okay. And if I did it, I might do it by accident sometimes. But at the end of the day, I'll correct it to hit where the exact measured move should be, you know, or the actual support or resistance. So Luna can get all the way up here to about 125, right? That's possible too, you know. I heard that too. We all need this projects on Kadena. What about Shib? We'll take a look at Shib for Chad Smith. Shout out to Jad. Appreciate you, Chad. Thank you for coming on into the live. Big Jim. Shout out to Big Jim, my man, with the 11s in the name. Sammy Capanetti. ZK Sync is changing the game. No token yet. Yeah, go to ZK Sync and sync up your wallet. You might get some airdrop from there. That's what I've been hearing. You never know, though. But be careful, you know. Do your own research. Figure it out. Super Chat, Luna and AVAX. Yeah, there's Luna for you. Measured move is up to 125 from where we're at. But again, has to hold this level. If you get the bounce off 430, 43, I mean, this thing could grow. So I love Luna. We know what happens when the market rips. Luna loves to rip. So we'll be watching Luna closely. It's on my radar as well. Let's take a look at AVAX. Shout out to everyone here on the live stream. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Calling yourself Crypto Lifers and jumping on into the live. So AVAX. See, there's your falling wedge. It did break to the upside. We're talking about it. Look, 200-day moving average, 21 bounce. That's a good sign that the price could continue up. Drag the moving average on up. Daily's pointing down again, but that 4-hour wants to push on almost every single chart. All right? Holding this level. Look, there's the shoulder. There's the head. There's the shoulder Bitcoin's in. As you can see, everything is following Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. If it's not exactly, it's still got the skeleton form of Bitcoin. So this falling wedge has to break to the upside. This 4-hour has to get love. The 1 hour needs to go sideways and not collapse when we go back on the stochastics RSI. And that's what I'm looking at. But again, not my trade. I'm not taking it. I think there's better things out there, but AVAX. All right. I keep talking about ARPA for the BTC pair, and it just keeps banging on them over and over again. It's like it's a sleeper. It's a sleeper coin that a lot of people just don't talk about it, don't really go over. But I posted this on the chart. Look, up, bang, 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 21%. We posted this cup and handle. That banged on them. We posted this. That banged on them. Every single one went up to without hitting the stop loss. Beautiful trades. Went up absolutely beautiful. Bang, bang, bang. ARPA, BTC. Completely banging on them, right? So now what? Now what do we see? Well, we slip to the 1 minute. We want to see what we're seeing. This thing's getting bullish yet again. It's interesting to me, right? I could delete all my old work, flip it to the daily, send in our support of resistance lines, maybe even slap. I think I'm going to slap a Fibonacci on that. I want to see what we're doing on the local and on the big boy Fibonacci level. Let's flip it to the weekly even if we have. We got some time on this thing. Interesting. All right. I'll go from impulse here. So on this fib, I mean, we're sitting, bouncing off the 706, sitting in that golden pocket for a second, came up above the 618. Let's look for that 618. Retrace it, bounce. That would be a beautiful entry for this move if we could get it. So something to look at there on the weekly chart. Weekly's pushing up for this giant cup and handle on the weekly time frame for ARPA BTC. All right. ARPA BTC on the weekly chart. Look at the huge move it's getting already. It's been getting serious love. I go to this wick right there all the way up to this wick. That is my measured moves. Bang. Don't want to stretch it. Bang, bang, bang. And then, look, you have resistance, and you're getting the bounce off with the push of the weekly. I mean, the weekly chart. Show me the weekly, and I'll show you the news, baby. This says we get this same move like we got here. There's your cup and handle there. Boom. This thing's insane, this BTC pair. It works well. It's been doing damage. Daily's getting a little high, but that's momentum. There's still momentum there. And the 4 hours pushing up to the upside. I like what I'm seeing. So, again, we go to the 15-minute. Slap this thing into a flag. This thing looks like it may be getting busy tonight or today. So I like this again as my trade. Look, it just broke out. I would watch this right now. ARPA BTC. It's been my go-to. Continues to make love to the market. Continues to move on up. Continues to show me that move. Watch this 15-minute come on down, though, first. Actually, I don't like to get when the 15's high. But the 1 hour's scooping. Definitely keep it on your radar tonight. Do your own due diligence. Watch this closely. Pushing on up. Another maybe 16 to 20% gains coming out of ARPA BTC. Keep it on the radar. I've been charting the bejesus side of this thing over and over and over again as much as I can, you know. So crazy. And someone's asking about SLP. It's been moving a lot lately. It's been getting a little bit of a buzz because it pumped hard. Smooth Love Potion. You can get it on KuCoin or Binance, either one. Let's see what it does here. You know, it's in a bit of a nice tight wedge, but it looks like everything in the market, you know, and hey, ARPA is in this similar little channel here, though. Look at that. Little move on that measured move. Give you some juice. 9.9%. Again, that 4 hour wants to fly on almost everything. Like when you really break it down and you get away from the minutia of even the 1 hour and you just kind of look at it for what it is. I mean, that's a clean breakout, in my humble opinion, of a wedge. I mean, that wants to do damage. That has a big leg up. That's juicy to me. Like, I'd watch SLP on the 4 hour. Look for the smaller time frames to get your flag, get your moves in. Let's take a look at what I see here for SLP. Again, risk-reward ratio is super important. 78% gains out of that. I like what I'm seeing. That'll also hit the range of the previous resistance point. We're getting a bounce. Also, golden cross just occurred, just like on Bitcoin. You have to respect that. That's a big deal. About to get the cross here. That's a big deal. That's a golden cross too, basically on the RSI. MACD also pink, turning up to the upside. Falling volume with falling price suggests we will get a reversal. I like what I'm seeing for this entire move. Everything's screaming for a push to the upside. Bang, 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 bang. Support and resistance could be the move here. Hiding out. Risk 3 to gain 1. I like what I'm looking at here. SLP, Smooth Love Potion on KuCoin. Doing damage. Again, open up a KuCoin. If you do not have one, it's the place to be. Become a KuCoin millionaire. and get busy, all right? And yeah, open up a KuCoin. It's the place to be. And I'll see you in there. Smooth Love Potion, baby. Smooth Love Potion. It's been on the radar of a lot of traders. It already pumped up a nice amount. People are still pumping on it. If Axie pumps, this pumps. Axie's been looking somewhat bullish. Remember, this is like the coin inside of the Axie Infinity game. If you didn't know, kind of like gas to T-Fuel. T-Fuel to Theta is, you know, it's like a gas coin. So this is something you don't want to be watching. Like Soul Food, like Phantasma has Soul Food, is it? No, it's not Soul Food, but it's Soul Fuel, right? Soul Fuel. It's pretty cool. SLP, Smooth Love Potion. And you can trade it on Binance or BolsaDex, I believe, and KuCoin. All right. I would trade it on KuCoin. That's my premier place to trade Love KuCoin. SLP USDT on KuCoin on the 4-hour, looking beautiful. I like what I'm seeing for this. I like the stop loss. I like what I'm looking at. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. You got to do your own due diligence, your own research, zoom into smaller time frames. Again, I'm not saying I would buy it right now. I'm just pointing out that I like where it's going. I like what I'm seeing. That is a breakout. It is clean. What else can we get out of this thing? I want to keep it on my radar. I want to watch it. Okay. Shout out to my team. Shout out to all the lovers of life. Shout out to my lifers, man. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here on a Saturday night. Super Bowl Saturday night too. A lot of people are cooking tonight, like Roddy Robinson. Shout out to Roddy Robinson. He's like a little chef-arena in there. Ballerina over there, just jumping all around with his biceps all through the kitchen, making all that awesome food, man. No, but every time I talk to him, he's whipping up something else. He's got something else going. He's cooking, he's whipping, he's flipping, he's dipping. He's got it all, man. So shout out to my man, Roddy Robinson. You're the man. I love you, man. Double R in the house. Appreciate you. He's really usually not here on a Saturday night, too, because you know why? He's being a dad with his kid. He's doing the right thing. So shout out to all the awesome dads out there. Appreciate each and every one of you. Good dad gang. Good dad gang. All right? If you want some good dad gang clothes, check out Good Dad Gang. Yeah, you can be part of the Good Dad Gang. Started by Terminology, famous rapper here out of Massachusetts, right? Support Good Dad Gang, right? Support Terminology. I got a Good Dad Gang hat. I got a Good Dad Gang hoodie. Hold on, let me see if I can find my Good Dad Gang. I was like, what if I can't find it? But yeah, be a part of the Good Dad Gang. Be a good dad and let everyone know that it's cool, and it's a cool gang to be a part of the Good Dad Gang. I represent the Good Dad Gang all day long. Do the right thing for your family, your kids, and your wife, and your life will be amazing. Oh, look at the green screen on the top of the hat. That's sick. Because it's green. It's funny. I love it. I like it a lot. That's crazy, man. Look at Bitcoin. It's inside of my head. Oh, where is it going? That's crazy. Look, you want to just disappear? I didn't have a hat on, but then I did. I didn't have a hat on, but then I did. I didn't have a hat on, but then it was a green screen hat. Shout out to all my lovers of life. Shout out to all the crypto lifeiers. Yeah, so Good Dad Gang, baby, in the house. Shout out to the Good Dad Gang all day long. Bitcoin. 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 Hold the line, Bitcoin. Hold the line. Yo, that's dope. Good Dad Gang. All day long, baby. Love Good Dad Gang. You know what I'm saying? It rolls off the tongue, too, you know. Router protocol, baby. Router protocol. You think Crow will be pumping? Pro could be pumping. You never know. I'm in the Mac Dad game. I love it. Measured moves usually play out, but if you skew the measured, you set yourself up for a greater chance of failure. This dude obviously hasn't seen my channel, man. Like, a lot of graffiti writers in the gang, in the Good Dad Gang. Hell yeah, shout out to CMAS, man. Love you, brother. Can you look at the SR levels and drag the fib extension to the D term levels? Good Dad Gang, pretty dope. I'm new here, and if you already talked about it, what's good? What's going on with Bitcoin? I'm just learning the technical analysis. Go back to the beginning of the video, man. We spent like a whole half an hour on Bitcoin, like in depth. No, you don't. Anything can happen in crypto. That's why you take profit. Shout out to all the Mac dads out there in the game. Mac daddies. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Love you all. Shout out to all the Mac dads. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So, yeah. Does anyone else think it's odd that we have a golden cross on the 4-hour, but a death cross on the daily? Am I seeing that right, Lifer? There's no death cross on the daily. What are you talking about? You bugging out. A death cross on the daily, right, would be, it already occurred over here. That was it right there. We're rounding out of the death cross. I'll actually show you, too, that the death cross a lot of times brings the bottom or is near the bottom. We shall see, though. Anything is possible. There's big deals here. Bitcoin doesn't get above 45,000, 46,000. We get rejected one more time. We're coming down. That's going to be another lower low. That's going to be rejection. And then we can end up back in the pattern. So anything is possible for Bitcoin. I'm telling you that right now. All right. Anything is possible. If you're new to the channel and you want to know what's happening with Bitcoin, watch the first half an hour of the show. It's all Bitcoin, the whole entire thing. That's all we talk about. I gave you 6 or 7 different ideas and projections that I am looking at. I gave you levels to watch, things to look at, and more. So break it down for yourself and see what I'm putting down. Shout out to everyone here on the live. I'm jumping on off for the night. If you want to join my trading group for $99 a month, I'll bust my butt for 16 hours a day and consistently post charts, consistently show you what's going on with Bitcoin, even more motivate you to change your life. I used to work a 9 to 5. I do not anymore. I left my job. I quit it to follow my own dreams and go after what I want to do. Bitcoin helped me do that by accumulating during the bear market of 2017. I started trading about 15 years ago, but for the first 4 or 5 of it, I was just buying things on my phone. Wasn't really sure what I was doing in the stock market. Then I got into trading gold and silver on the Toronto Stock Exchange, where I would actually get in to support a resistance and TA. But then I would join a trading group, really get into being around traders all day long and really bring it all in. Then I would begin to tutor people. I would get the chance to start my own trading group, and the rest is history. I'm here now, busting my butt every single day, giving you my life. You're giving me your life, and together we create an amazing group, the Crypto Lifer Group. So thank you to each and every one of you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Let's jump back into the end of the show. But everyone, thank you for being here. Let me make sure I didn't miss a super chat. Send in a super chat if you would like to go over something you want to talk about. I'm new here, but I'm excited to learn how to TA. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Your project significantly longer when you make cup and handle patterns. Does anyone else think it's odd that we have a golden cross? Oh, no, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Jordan Castillo, is the new moon pump legit? We usually get a full moon pump, not a new moon pump. It's the other way around. New moon usually is the dump. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be careful for that. We have to be very careful with that. If you're scared, yeah. Do we pump for the Super Bowl and dump on the Fed meeting? It sounds like it could happen too, Good Dad Gang, I love the hat. Need to get me one of them. Keep grinding, bro. Yo, I just supported my dude, man. And that's how it works, right? So thank you for being here. Look at that. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe, right? And then even on the back, too. Thank everyone for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Please, please be kind to everyone you meet. Do everything you can to make this world better. And I'm telling you, together, with love and life, we can make it a greater place. I love each and every one of you. I'll see you back tomorrow at 8 p.m. for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I'll see you all. I love you all. Thank you so much. Shout out to Lane Brown. Appreciate you, Lane. If you want to really know me, just keep watching my channel, man. People do this to me all the time, but over time, every good trader eventually respects my system and what I'm doing. I believe you will too. I have much respect and love for each and every one of you for coming on. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. 1, 2, 3. Crypto is life. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the most precious asset you have, and that is your time. I'll see you tomorrow.